What's up? It's me. And today we're breaking down the action noir spec script, New York Blood. If you like it, let me know. If you want to see more scripts, let me know. But don't forget to hit subscribe because all the good people are doing it. And just a reminder, this is not the actual screenplay. This is a fan-made summary and analysis of the amazing spec script written by Jonathan S. Hay. Let's get into it. 1. Opening. In 2025, New York is a futuristic metropolis dominated by mega corporations and ruled by a brutal vampire queen named Lilith Vex. The story follows Elias Kane, a renegade vampire hunter who lives off the grid. We open on an action sequence. Elias chases a vampire through an automated subway train. Using a silver ring, he burns the vampire's neck, but before he can finish her off, she escapes onto the tracks. As the train speeds towards her, Elias fires a shot with his telescopic dagger. It pierces her skull, killing her. She explodes into dust, revealing a bloodied teddy bear beneath her body. From inside the wreckage of a car, Elias retrieves 2 vials of blood. The first one contains fresh blood. The second one is empty. He holds them both next to his face and takes a deep breath before disappearing into the shadows. 2. Exposition. The following morning, fake news reports detail an anemia epidemic spreading across New York. We learn that vampires have been feeding on innocent civilians, targeting those with AB-negative blood. At his hideout, which happens to be an abandoned church, Elias reloads his garlic bullets while staring at photos of his dead daughter. Her name was Lily, and she had AB-negative blood. That's why the vampires targeted her. Realizing that he's out of ammo, Elias heads out into the city to find more. 3. Confrontation. That night, Elias infiltrates a neon-lit nightclub called The Feeding Ground, which just so happens to be the biggest vampire hangout spot in town. Using thermal vision glasses, he scans the crowd for targets. Vampires show up as blue heat signatures. Suddenly, he spots Lilith. She's sitting at a table with a glass of wine. Before Elias can approach her, though, Rook, one of Lilith's lieutenants, steps in his way. He challenges Elias to a fight, but Elias retaliates with a silver ring. The metal burns Rook's flesh. It's super hot. Elias removes his glasses to reveal hypnotic lenses that put Rook to sleep. He then turns his attention back to Lilith, but Rook suddenly wakes up and injects Elias with a syringe full of black liquid. Moments later, hundreds of vampires swarm towards him, their fangs bared. It's a trap. 4. Climax. Fleeing the nightclub, Elias runs to the rooftop where he finds a helicopter waiting for him. Just as he's about to escape, Lilith appears behind him. She unsheathes retractable claws and leaps into the air. Startled, Elias stumbles backward and accidentally knocks over a satellite dish. Its metal frame crashes down onto the helicopter, destroying it. With no other choice, Elias jumps off the building. Mid-air, he fires his telescopic dagger at Lilith, but she catches it between her teeth. She then uses hypnotic powers to make Elias see visions of his dead daughter. Distracted, he loses focus and misses his mark. Lilith leaps at him and sinks her fangs into his neck. But just as she's about to drain him of his life force, Elias activates his EMP pulses, disrupting her senses. Startled, she pulls away and swipes at him with her claws. The move leaves a long gash across his chest. Enraged, Elias injects himself with a vial of toxic blood. It's the same stuff he extracted from the vampire he killed at the beginning of the film. Since vampires can't breathe, the fumes knock Lilith unconscious. But because she's bitten him, Elias has become infected. His teeth begin to sharpen. 5. Finale. Now infected, Elias stumbles through the dark streets of New York. The camera pans up to reveal a LexCorp billboard looming overhead. The company specializes in developing cures for rare diseases, including a vaccine for vampire bites. But the catch is, they only test it on humans. In other words, victims. And that's the end of our episode, but if you want to keep watching, there's still one more scene. It's not in the movie, but it's definitely worth a mention. Back at the abandoned church, a lone figure is using a computer. There's a power outage in the city, but somehow the church is still illuminated. On the screen, we can see the heartbeat of someone alive. The camera slowly zooms in on the person's face. It's Rook. He opens his eyes and they glow red in the darkness. Fade to black. Okay, let's talk about this script. Right off the bat, I want to point out how freaking awesome the opening is. The action moves from the subway to the street seamlessly. And the whole time we're learning about the world and the stakes. Plus, the twist ending, where we realize the teddy bear was holding the vial of blood, that's pure genius. The scene establishes the rules of the world and also raises some questions, like what happened to Elias's wife? Why did he become a vampire hunter? What's going on with Lily? All these unanswered questions pull us forward, forcing us to keep watching. The exposition isn't as strong as the opening, but it does the job. We learn about the current state of affairs and how vampires rule the corporate elite. And we get more backstory about Elias. He used to be part of a special ops team, but they betrayed him and left him for dead. Now he's on the run and desperate for revenge. The action in this section is pretty minimal, but there's enough to keep us engaged. Like the fight with the vampire in the alley. It's brutal and well choreographed, and it shows us how skilled Elias is with his weapons. I think the confrontation is the weakest part of the script. There's a lot of dialogue and not enough action. Also, the twist with Rook wasn't really surprising. I saw it coming from a mile away. But I do like how the action picks up in the second half. The fight on the rooftop is intense, and I love how Elias uses the EMP pulses to take down Lilith. It's a clever move and it pays off big time. The climax is also really exciting. The fight between Elias and Lilith is brutal and well-paced, and I like how neither character comes out unscathed. They both suffer injuries that will have consequences later on. Overall, this is a really fun action noir spec script. It's got everything I love in a movie, great characters, cool gadgets, awesome fight scenes. I would definitely watch this movie if it ever got made. I mean, look at the cast they've attached to it. Keanu Reeves as Elias Kane, Carrie Fisher as Lilith Vex, and Lance Henriksen as Rook. It's a no-brainer. I'm sold. What about you? Would you watch this movie? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to reach a milestone before my birthday in August, and you can help me get there. Just click the button. It really doesn't hurt. And if you miss my videos, you can always check out the podcast. There's a link in the description. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.